Functions f, g and h are defined as follows. F of x is 3 minus 2x, x belongs to a set of real numbers. G of x is equal to x minus 2 squared, x belongs to a set of real numbers, and h of x is equal to 1 over x, x belongs to a set of real numbers, but x cannot be equal to 0. Obviously we cannot put x is equal to 0 in here. We're asked to find the following composite functions: fg of x, gf of x, f of g of h of x, f squared of x, and h squared of x. Just one thing you need to be careful is when you are combining the composite of two functions, and here in this first case you would first do g and then do f, the range of g must be in the domain of f. Okay, so what I'm saying is the output of g must be in the input of f, otherwise the composite function does not exist. So we've got fg of x, so that means first g followed by f. So basically what we've got to do is f of g of x, and then we've got to do f of, so g of x is x minus 2 all squared. So everywhere there is now an x in f, we now replace it with x minus 2 all squared. So that's going to be 3 minus 2, and now we replace the x with x minus 2 all squared, and then we simplify that. So we've got 3 minus 2, expanding x minus 2 all squared is x squared minus 4x plus 4, and then expanding the bracket we're going to get 3 minus 2x squared plus 8, plus 8x minus 2 times minus 4 minus 8 minus 8. And then I'm going to put the 8x at the beginning, and then 3 minus 8 is 5, and then minus 2x squared. That's the sort of final answer. Right, next one, also defining for what its domain is, x belonging to a set of real numbers. Right, so now we're going to do g of f of x. That means first f followed by g. So what we do is we're going to do g of f of x. So we do g of 3 minus 2x, because that's what f of x is. So everywhere there is an x now in g, we now replace it with 3 minus 2x. So this is going to be 3 minus 2x minus 2 all squared. So we've replaced the x with 3 minus 2x. We've still got the minus 2. We've got to square that. 3 minus 2 is 1 minus 2x, and then we just expand that. So we're going to get 1 minus 4x plus 4x squared for the set x belonging to a set of real numbers. Right, now in general we should note that f of g of x is not equal to g f of x. C, f of g of h of x. So it means first h, then g, followed by f, in that order: first, second, third. So we're going to do f of g of f of x. So first of all we're going to put f of x into g. So first of all we're going to put h of x into g. So everywhere there is an x here, we're going to replace it with 1 over x. So it's fg of 1 over x. So that's going to be f. And now applying g, we're going to be 1 over x minus 2x. So what we've done, we put h in here. So writing that out again. So f of g of h of x is going to be, now what we do is we put 1 over x minus 2 into this one. So we're going to have 3 minus 2 brackets 1 over h minus 2 all squared. So expanding that, we're going to have 1 over x squared minus 4 over x plus 4. Multiplying the bracket, so we're going to get minus 2 over x squared plus 8 over x minus 8. So that's going to give me 8 over x minus 2 over x squared, and then 3 minus 8 gives me minus 5. Now we need to put a common denominator in here, so we're going to take x squared as the common denominator. That means this one needs to be multiplied by x, so that gives me 8x. Then we're going to have minus 2 there, and then we're going to have minus 5x squared there. And then if x belongs to R is the domain, but x cannot be equal to 0. Notice that x could not be equal to 0 in the beginning when we had h. Right. F squared means we just do f twice, so it's f of x, which is f of x, which is going to be f of 3 minus 2x. So we put 3 minus 2x into itself. So we're going to get 3 minus 2x. So we're going to get 3 minus 6, multiplying out the bracket, plus 4x. That's going to give me 4x minus 3. X belongs to R. Finally, h squared of x means do h of x, which is h of x. So it's going to be h of 1 over x, which is going to be 1 over x, which is x. And x belongs to R, but x cannot be equal to 0 if we, mainly because if we do this one time, we cannot put 0 in to the function, even though we've got x here. Okay, so this has been a video to show you how to do composite functions. Just remember, to do a composite function, you need to remember that the range of the first function must be in the domain of the second function. I hope you've understood, and I thank you very much for watching.